Would you like to know how to increase your retirement income if you are actually already retired? Well, this is part 2 of our 2-part series on how you can increase your income without sacrificing your time. Part 1, we were talking to non-retirees, but today in our financial freedom video, we're talking to retirees, so stay locked in. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, certified financial planner and president and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea Graves, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. And we want to thank you for tuning in to our Retirement Education Concepts videos. These videos were created to help to make the difficult and confusing retirement process simple.
Absolutely, because with so many retirement strategies out there and so many retirement concepts, and of course with so many retirement products, it can become very difficult for consumers to digest it all. That's why we are so fortunate that we work with a team of expert advisors to help us build a financial roadmap that will let our clients know when, where, and how they can reach their retirement goals.
For additional concepts on how to maximize your retirement, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. Now, Carson, you gave 5 practical ways that non-retirees could increase their income in part 1, but now you want to speak to retirees.
I do, because of course, when you are a retiree, you're now on a fixed income and your income options can be very limited. And with that being said, you're going to have to probably be more creative when it comes to increasing your income without sacrificing your time. So in part 2 of our 2-part series, I do want to talk to retirees and give you 5 distinct things that you might want to consider in order to increase your income while you're retired. But before we do that, there are 2 rules that we like to give you regarding retirement income. And Andrew, what are those 2 rules?
Well, rule number 1 is to never run out of money, and rule number 2 is to never forget rule number 1.
Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk to retirees and give you 5 distinct things that you can do to increase your income.
Well, Carson, the first thing you have noted here for people who may not have had enough time to save enough money is to postpone retirement.
Yeah, this may be an option for some people. And some people may be very uncomfortable with that thought, of course, and I understand that, but you're making a compromise for yourself. You're not making this compromise for anyone else. So you have to understand that if you have not done a good job of saving money, postponing your retirement may be an option that you need to consider. Because in doing so, you're going to give your savings a longer time to bake, as we like to say, and grow. So that money can be bigger for you when you decide to actually retire. Plus, along with that, if you're working a little bit longer, the money that you're going to be taking out of those savings, you're going to reduce the years that you're going to be taking from those savings, therefore reducing the chances of you running out of income. And also, if you're working, you can allow your Social Security benefits to continue to increase and perhaps continue to get maybe an 8% delayed retirement credit on those benefits, giving you a bigger lifetime check from Social Security. So those are just a few important benefits that you can have just by postponing your retirement.
Now, Carson, the second thing you have listed here is to work part-time during retirement. Now, in part 1, you were talking to non-retirees and you were saying that working a second job is like sacrificing your time for money. So how is that any different?
Well, it is a bit different for retirees, Andrew, because the facts are what they are. Studies do show that nearly 20% of income by Americans 65 and older come from wages. So no matter how we look at it, people that are in retirement are actually working. Now, what you would like this to be is that you're working because you want to, not because you have to. But nevertheless, working part-time still may be an option for someone because that part-time money can be the additional money that you could use to go on that nice vacation or give a little money to the kids or maybe go out to nice dinners without tapping into your retirement resources. Plus, if you're also in control of this, you do not have to work part-time like you did when you were working full-time. You should be able to control this. Perhaps you only want to work 10 hours a week, or maybe you only want to work 20 hours a week. But you can determine the amount of time that you want to put forth in order to make your retirement what it should be. But when you have not saved enough for retirement, Working part-time is a very legitimate way for a retiree to increase their income.
Now, Carson, the third thing you have listed here is maybe for retirees to be proactive, and that is to save more in your retirement plan.
Yeah, I mean, I know this may not be a way to increase your income while you're in retirement, but when you start to face retirement and you can see that it's upon you, one of the things that you have to consider is trying to save more into the retirement plans that you have offered to you. The one thing that you definitely want to consider, if you have a 401k or something similar to a 401k and your employer is matching the funds that you're putting in there, you got to make sure you're taking full advantage of that. Because that's 100% return that you can have on your money. Whatever dollar you put in, they may match it with an equal dollar. So you have to think about those concepts, and you may want to do right up to that match, get all the free money that's available to you, and then you want to start considering things outside of that 401k, massing out your IRAs like a Roth IRA. And you may want to consider massing out or putting as much money as you possibly can into a non-qualified annuity. At that point, there is no limit to how much you can put into an account like that. And you can build that non-qualified annuity up, and at some point turn that on as an independent private pension for you that can last for the rest of your life. So those are some of the things that you have to consider while you're working. But nevertheless, if you can put that in perspective right now, you can increase your retirement income in the future.
Carson, the next thing you have is to tap into your home equity. So how does a person go about doing that?
Yeah, for a retiree, this should be another option that's on the table to increase your income. The two most prominent things that I think that a retiree can do in order to tap into their home equity is, one, consider downsizing. So all that means is that your home is now increased in value and you may not need that big home anymore. So you can consider downsizing, taking the equity from your home and buying a smaller home or buying into a retirement community to where you can live a little bit more free. And you don't have all the overhead of the home ownership over you right now and all the expenses that are associated with owning a home. So downsizing is a very, very legitimate thing that everyone should consider when they are retired in order to increase their income. Another option that I think many retirees may consider if they're 62 and older, I recall if you're 62 and older, is a reverse mortgage. Now, we've done videos on reverse mortgages, and we know that there are pros and cons to doing reverse mortgages. But this can be a very important tool that you can utilize where you can reverse that equity out of your home and have that money coming back to you in the form of an income stream. So these are things that I know may be a little bit unorthodox if you're not educated about it, but I can assure you that if you talk to the proper advisors, looking at pulling money out of your home or utilizing the equity in your home can be a very sufficient way for you as a retiree to increase your income.
Now, number 5 is just to reduce your expenses. That seems very obvious, right?
Yeah, reducing your expenses. As a retiree, as I mentioned, Andrea, you're on a fixed income. So a lot of times you don't have many options to where your income is going to go. So you can absolutely create additional income by reducing your expenses. I just mentioned one way you can do it, downsizing your home. Maybe you also sell that additional car. Maybe you start to get rid of some of those bad habits that you used to have when you were working, like charging up your credit card and going on those shopping sprees. Maybe you start rethinking or reimagining the type of vacations that you're taking. All of these things must be considered when you're trying to reduce your expenses as a retiree. If you're able to do this and create these better habits for yourself, you can enjoy your retirement and also increase your income at the same time.
Well, Carson, this was extremely helpful, so thank you for your insight on this topic once again, and thank you for watching. And if you felt this information was beneficial, please like this video and share with others.
So I really do hope that the information that we provided today would have given you some insight as a retiree on ways that you can increase your income. Please remember that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and your own attorney regarding your personal situation. Also, if you are looking for an independent fiduciary advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, we highly recommend that you utilize the links in our description below. Go ahead and schedule a 1-hour free consultation with us today.
For more information about this topic or any of the other topics that we've shared in our other videos, please feel free to reach out to our office or leave any questions or comments in the section below. After this video, please check out our other videos that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers.